Are you using cracked plugins in your music productions? I'm going to tell you the pros and cons and tell you why you should not be using cracked plugins. If you're curious to know more and how you can potentially lose some of your music productions, stay tuned. Hello everyone, and welcome to Distinct Mastering. My name is Freddie. I'm a mastering engineer, producer, DJ, and president of Sleeping Giant Music. For over 2 decades, I've helped artists grow their careers, and now I'm here to help you with your music production skills. Now let's chat about cracked plugins and why you should avoid them at all costs. Okay, if you're using cracked plugins in your music productions, then you better be careful, because you're opening up a whole can of worms that could turn into a much bigger mess than you even realize. I get it, if you're young and you can't afford a lot of plugins, you might download some cracked plugins to try them out. But I need to remind you, when I started producing music 20-something years ago, plugins were a lot more expensive than they are now. Nowadays, they're pretty cheap, some of them are still expensive, but most of them all have free trials, or nowadays they even have the subscription model, so you can try it on a subscription, and if you like it, buy a lifetime license. Or you could use the demo and just try it out, and if you like it, then you can actually purchase the full version. One of the bad things about cracked plugins is you don't really know what's going on under the hood. They could be communicating with the DAW in a weird way. One time I've seen a cracked plugin where a meter didn't work, and so you couldn't even really use the plugin. You could do it by ear, but it's hard to use a compressor if you can't see the meter as well. Mind you, it was a VU meter. Another time I've seen issues with cracked plugins where they were just wildly doing weird things to the program material. And so in that case, that causes a lot of frustration. Other times I've seen people lose full sessions because they were using cracked software, and that's never good. It's really important that you keep your music backed up in case you are doing something and you do lose everything. But before you even get to that point, why put something on your computer that could potentially make you lose everything? Now, if you don't know the damages that cracked plugins can do, let me tell you a story. A long time ago when I was a kid, I had a friend, who's still a friend to this day, that had another friend that was getting all this cracked software. And mind you, I was in Pro Tools, I was very young, I didn't make a lot of money, I was using my MPC, and I was intrigued by getting some cracked plugins, not gonna lie, everybody's done it. But one day I was working in Pro Tools and all of a sudden my computer just completely shut down. And I know it was one of the plugins because this image came up of a devil and an angel, and there was a cartoon box saying ha ha ha, and something happened and it just disintegrated block by block on the screen. And oddly enough, it took me a while to get that computer running again. And I don't know what happened, but I learned my lesson, and I'm here to condone, do not use cracked plugins. If you can afford it and you use it, buy it. It's very important that you support these companies. These companies are in it for profit. They're in it to make money. They have staff and overhead to cover. And if you're using pirated software, not only is it illegal, but you're not helping them out. So my recommendation is try the plugin with the demo or in a subscription. And then if you can buy the full-blown license, find the ones you like and purchase them. The last thing you want to do is lose your music productions over a cracked piece of software. The last thing I'd like to mention, I've never personally used all these torrent sites and things that people get this stuff from, but you really never know what you're downloading. You could be downloading a virus. You could be downloading something that's going on your computer and monitoring what you do. So if you're getting some cracked software, I'm not a computer genius, but I guarantee they could hide things within those installations, and then it becomes even more of a mess because you don't even know what's running on your computer. So you don't want that. So my recommendation is to stay away from cracked plugins and purchase what you use. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment down below. And thank you for watching this video. Once again, my name is Freddie from Distinct Mastering. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and the bell notification will keep you up to date. Once again, this is Freddie from Distinct Mastering, and have a great day.